Nvidia breaking news. All BS and rubbish. I even said that before we had the confirmation. This was the videos I put out saying subpoena, BS, rubbish, antitrust, rubbish, old news, trying to make it more dramatic than it was. Then I brought out the day after, rubbish, nonsense. And now we've had the official statement. There was no subpoena for Nvidia. Bloomberg, scam, awful, terrible reporting. Let me explain something about Nvidia and also why you need to pay attention to Broadcom tonight. Full analysis coming up for Broadcom. Expect potential Nvidia pump tonight with a beat from Broadcom. Everyone is watching the Nvidia earnings tonight. Join us live for that. I'll talk about that in a moment. Very, very briefly, about 6 months ago, I was contacted by Bloomberg for an interview. 2 interviews, in fact, were recorded about Virgin Galactic. My criticism of Virgin Galactic. I went into huge detail talking to Bloomberg about my interviews with the investor relations manager at Virgin Galactic into detail. I had many meetings with him. In fact, I had 5 or 6 meetings, and I gave lots of information about the investors because we represent 95% of the world's retail investors for Virgin Galactic. So, and we ranked number 1 for Virgin Galactic at the time, maybe number 2 now because I haven't done it for a while. So Bloomberg came to me. I never go to anyone asking for interviews. They come to me. I never email anyone or ask to provide, promote my services. Undersell, over-deliver is my policy. I never go to anyone. They came to me and asked me for interviews. I gave 2 interviews with Bloomberg. They then wanted Virgin Galactic to react. I said, that's absolutely fine. Virgin Galactic was supposed to react by a certain date because the press was supposed to release the interview at a certain time. And Virgin Galactic kept delaying, which was embarrassing for me because I told my viewers when the interview would come out. I couldn't tell them what was said. They wouldn't let me tell anybody.
Roger Allegria donated $1.99 through a super chat. Martyn, good morning from lovely Burbank, CA.
Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. All the super chats go into the repairs and running the studio. And I've got a monitor today to replace, so thank you very much. That will help. $600 for one of my little screens. Can you believe it? So that will go towards that. Thank you. So they contacted me for this interview, and I did it. And then they kept delaying the time. And I was very unhappy with that because I like honesty, integrity, and discipline. We're not waiting around for Virgin Galactic to keep pushing out the response because it wasn't very convenient for them. Bloomberg are supposed to be reporting on the news and providing it with discipline and respect to each side of the argument, not siding up and favouring up to a business, Virgin Galactic or anybody for that matter. And it was to help Virgin Galactic because them putting this delaying out was quite timely for them. They were trying to avoid the embarrassment during the earnings call, which is why this interview was being done. And they kept pushing it out and pushing it out. Well, they also contacted other very small media, a few Facebook pages with a handful of followers, just because nobody else had any credible information. They'd go anywhere. They went to the Motley Fool. You know that guy on the Motley Fool who gets paid by the Motley Fool to do the reviews and all the rest of it. I can't stand it. It drives me up the wall. It's bloody nonsense. And in the end, the delay went on and on and on, and it annoyed me because I kept telling people that the interview would be out tomorrow, next day. In the end, when I realised that they were Virgin Galactic were trying to manipulate the outcome of this interview and delay it past the earnings, I said, enough is enough, Bloomberg. You are supposed to be credible news. I know the bell has just gone. I can see that. You are supposed to be credible news, but you are literally behaving like children. I am not doing this. This is manipulative. This is not appropriate. I am pulling my interview. I pulled my interview. They told me, don't do that. You'll get loads of publicity. It's a great interview. You gave lots of information. You'll get more subscribers. I said, I don't care less about getting more subscribers. I don't care. My aim is to be the most honest channel on YouTube TV, not the biggest. I am not doing this for views, just like you are, trying to sell people subscriptions to your ridiculous news. Now they're reporting fake news about Nvidia. I have no time for it. I get people all the time message me and say, would you promote this? We'll pay you 10,000, 20,000. It's nearly always a scam crypto coin. No. Will you do an interview with us? No. I don't give interviews. Oh, well, you could get more subscribers. Well, let Travis Hoyam do it. Let Travis Hoyam from the Motley Fool do interviews to promote his silly YouTube channel. Let Omar do it. A convicted bloody gambler take sponsorship. Let Meet Kevin take sponsorship from Sam Bankman-Fried, a bloody scam artist who paid him a fortune to promote FTX. I won't do it. You cannot pay me money to do your stupid scams and your stupid interviews. I'm not doing interviews where you manipulate the story. I'm not doing it. So Nvidia was the most recent scam. There was no subpoena. There was never going to be a subpoena. And in fact, I said it even before the evidence was there. But I couldn't say there was no subpoena because I had no evidence to back it up. But I was as clear as I could be by saying it was rubbish. It was rubbish. BS. No nonsense. Complete bloody nonsense. So, let's get back to reality again, shall we? There is going to be no subpoena. Nvidia is going to $200. I do not take part in anything that is BS. I do not do interviews from Bloomberg. I do not do interviews from anyone. I've stopped doing it because I do not need your silly subscribers, your silly promotion. I will do it myself. I will grow the best, most honest channel in the world, all by myself if necessary, without sponsorship, promotion from anyone. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. And I'm sick to death of the people that do it to promote their silly YouTube channels. Even Meet Kevin with his silly little private jet, constantly making up stories, constantly telling me Nvidia is going down the toilet, telling me World War III is happening. How much money do you need? I am probably the poorest person here. All the money I have in the world is there in my portfolio. That's all the money I have in the world, $110,000. I have no pension, that's it. I have no savings, that's it. I have no fancy car, I have no car. I've got no boat, I have no hobbies. I don't spend any money. I just sit here every day and talk to you. That's my entire wealth. But I feel like a millionaire. I am a millionaire. I've got friends. I've got people that love me. I've got a wife that loves me. How much money do you need? If you've got money in the bank to pay the bills and friends that love you and turn up every day to watch your show, what more do you need? In life, everyone is greedy and selfish. They always want more and more and more. Bloomberg make up stories to try to drive stock down, to get silly subscribers and silly bloody nonsense. Everyone does it. I'm sick of it. Absolutely sick of it. So, just know to Nvidia today, BS, no news, rubbish. Join me for tonight for the real news, the real action. Broadcom earnings tonight. Join us. I think it'll be great for Nvidia. Why? Because I expect Broadcom to beat on earnings and then everyone to start buying back into Nvidia. They're already doing it. So it's already started. And I hope Bloomberg disappear. and give themselves a life check. People turn on the TV to get information, and all you're doing is being greedy and selfish. I'm sick of it. Click above my head for all the links down below in the description. Over here, I shall put the Broadcom event for tonight. You cannot afford to miss it. All Nvidia investors, join us. Down here as well for the Nvidia earnings. I'm also going to do, and I'll post below in the description, I'm also going to do a full analysis on Broadcom as well. That's important to understand the business before tonight's earnings. I'm sick of it. Take care of yourselves and each other.